Good evening, folks, and thank you so much for joining us for another evening of Silver Dad Knows. Folks, I am so humbled as to how much viewership I am getting and how many subscriptions I am getting by the day. It is ramping up and it is ramping up quick. A video that I released last night already has over 400 views. It has like 430, 440 views to be exact. A video that I released 2 days ago already has over 1,000 views. I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of questions, and of course I've just been noticing that my subscriptions are increasing, greatly, and I'm getting viewership much quicker than I had been. I mean, I had to wait a day, 2 days to get 100 views. Now it's like, holy moly, it's barely been a day I have 400 views, and then other videos, of course, I exceed 1,000 views. But folks, this is Silver Dad Knows, always live, no edits. You're getting my genuine self. You're getting my genuine beliefs. Let's begin. So this year, this specific coin right here, you can only get it in the year of 2016. And I was discussing this coin in one of my last videos, reason being, it's highly sought after. It always sells. I have family members who want to buy coins like this, very close friends who want to buy clothes like this, everyday average Joes who want to buy coins like this, wealthy men who want to buy coins like this. And I generally say men because I do sell to women occasionally, which is, I mean, I love to. It's always a blessing, but silver is a man's game, for the majority. I'm not saying that women can't buy silver. Surely they can. My mom buys silver. But it's men who are seeking, coins like this out specifically. So if you notice, 2016, you won't find this one, only this year. And the premiums have been going up on these tremendously. I was even telling the dealer, because he sells me these coins, he's been selling them, this same coin for years to me. And this last time, I got kind of upset with him. I'm like, bro, you're charging me a lot. And he said, it might seem like a lot, but the market has gone up. The premiums have gone up, and they've gone up for us as well. He's like, the minimum I can do is this price. And I said, whatever, let's go. And of course, I had to take the offer because it's such a very, very rare coin to find. And remember, guys, Silver Dad Knows. I'm buying silver because people will not be okay unless they take action. It doesn't matter your political preference. People are angry because the system is failing them. Most Americans are wage slaves, and they don't have the ability to purchase a home, probably a phone too. I mean, they don't have the ability to purchase a home or a phone. And I'm not trying to make fun of them. It's quite tragic. But think about how many friends we have, how many family members we have, very close people to us. They can't afford to buy $1,000 phone. They can't afford to buy a $200,000, $300,000 house. They can't invest handsomely like their parents did. Not only is the cost of living high, but the cost of assets also continues to increase. They're debasing the currency. They're robbing us of the power to buy assets. Remember, silver is an asset. It's so much worse than we thought. Come November, the printers will turn back on, complemented by empty promises. The only way the Fed can combat the situation is by printing even more money. It's a one-trick pony. Now is the time to pile up on silver, gold, and cryptocurrency. You must act sooner than later because your wealth will dwindle down to nothing. If you have great credit, if you have a stable income, and you're not in a home yet, what are you doing? Why do you not have real estate? Our money is almost worthless. Asset prices are rising, but wages aren't, which is a massive problem. Our future selves are getting poorer because we won't be able to afford assets, assuming we don't already have them. A massive wave of debts must be refinanced. And on this, will be very positive outlooks for crypto and precious metals. We are in a once in a lifetime wealth accumulation opportunity for everybody. Being rich or poor, you can surely put 10% of your savings in as you go. Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase are in agreement that the US dollar is facing a collapse, a near collapse. It will be a death spiral crisis, according to Forbes. What are you doing to hedge yourself up against this storm? Because this storm is much closer than you probably think. I'm always getting these guys. always getting my hands on them. It's the peace dollar, remember, specifically this year, 1922. Believe it or not, and I think I have mentioned this in some of my previous videos, these peace dollars are more sought after than the silver Morgans. People, collectors, they want to get their hands on these because you just can't find them. One of my buddies, he's a big hot shot in real estate. Last time I was talking to him, I kept asking him, I was like, bro, you're always hitting me up for these. And he just told me, he's like, Christian, you're the only dude I know. You're the only one I know who sells these. And that kind of took me back, but it's like, well, that might be true because I tend to only have one or two in my collection at any given time. They're that sought after. And how long ago was it? Maybe a few days ago, 3 or 4 days ago, I sold to one of my competitors. And not just an ordinary competitor. This guy runs the show. He is running a multi-million-dollar organization. And he's over here buying silver from me. And when I went and gave him the coins, you know, super cool dude. I've actually heard about him my whole life because in the business that I'm in, you just know, you know the top dogs. And it fascinated me because he knew so much about my life. You know, he knew who my parents were. He knew a little bit about my background. He's actually a subscriber and we're friends on Facebook. You know, I had gotten my last Facebook permanently suspended. And so I created a new account and, you know, I'm just adding people here and there, people that I think I know. He was one of them because I grew up knowing about him. And yeah, long story short, he's already bought 5 coins from me and he wants to regularly be buying silver because he believes that this is, it is a hedge against the storm that is upon us. Most definitely my most pristine 1935 Buffalo nickel. Most definitely my most pristine. I mean, look at that. And then the way it's encased right now, you know, there's a plastic film over this, but it's like, wow, look at that coin. So just so you know, I am selling this coin for at least $15 to $20. I will not take less for it. You know, you hit me up, I'll hook you up. That's a deal. 15 to 20 bucks for that coin because of the condition. I also have this sucker, 1926. Literally, guys, almost a century ago. 1926. This was during the roaring 20s. Almost a repeat of what's happening right now. You see people, you know, they're spending money, they're investing money. I'm one of them. What is to come this following decade? What are we going to be living in this following decade? What are we going to be living in a year or 2 years, you know, with the advancement of artificial intelligence? It's vast, folks. It is vast, vast, vast. I mean, not only is it supposed to replace lawyers, which I went to school to be a lawyer. Not only is it supposed to replace lawyers, the majority of them, it's supposed to replace doctors. It's supposed to replace nurses. You know, essential jobs that you just think, no way you can replace it with a robot. That is where it's heading, and it is heading in that direction. At this point, guys, it's heading in that direction as fast as it has ever been. Are you prepared? Are you making the moves now to set yourself up for the best? Remember, I told you, not only is it the best, It is the greatest opportunity in your lifetime to become one of the wealthy, to become one of the rich. The greatest transfer of wealth is happening as we speak. So if you're making a lot of money, you're making, say you're making 150, say you're making 180, say you're making 200, $250,000. If you're one of those boys, girls, you're making some big bucks in that sense. What are you doing with that capital? Put it to work. Put it to work where it works for you. Think like a rich person, not a wage slave. I sadly see too many people, they make six figures, they work like slaves. I'm not one of them. I work when I want to work, and I make the same. That's where you want to be. It's that rich person mentality. Let's get out of the rat race the right way. So folks, as always, thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Silver Dad Knows. You go to my description, Silver Dad Knows on eBay. You'll see my entire collection. You tell me, Christian, Silver Dad Knows. I'm a subscriber. I'm a friend. I'm a believer. I will sell you any of my coins at your choosing at cost. God bless your household. God bless America. And may God bless all of us as American citizens, as husbands, as wives, as sons, as daughters. You take care, folks. Good evening. This was Silver Dad Knows.